Hey folks, Michaela here, reporting again from Mexico, Puerto Escondido area. I have planned and booked my journey from here to Costa Rica, leaving in a couple weeks, and super excited about that. Stopping along the way because I still work middle of the week, 3 days where I'm seeing clients. So I have to stop and be present and not driving and with internet. But I also just ordered my Starlink because mostly frustration with the power that keeps going out here in Puerto. And here, when the power goes out, they don't have backup batteries for the cell phone towers. So that means that also no cell service. So there's no calling my clients to continue session via phone or any of that. It's just blackout of comms. So, ordered my Starlink. Not a huge fan of supporting the billionaire behind that, but also grateful for the technology. I don't know. Still very satisfying to see the rocket launch that did not have all the issues that his seemed to have. Go NASA, go women. So as my time here comes to an end, my urge to go is increasing. So anyway, I will be staying for a week in El Salvador, about 4 or 5 days along the way. So I'm crossing into Guatemala and then El Salvador. I'm taking the El Salvador route. I've heard that those roads are better, and there's actually quite a tourist booming business in El Salvador. Well, I don't know if it's booming, but there's tourism in El Salvador, which I was surprised to hear because, of course, in the States we hear all these horror stories, and I do have a family friend that is from El Salvador, and he was very concerned about my going through. But I've also been listening more to people with, boots on the ground in the area, and it's one of those that they say don't miss. So I found this really great cabin right by the ocean in El Salvador, and then skipping through Honduras. I think I stay one night in Honduras, and then moving into Nicaragua. I stay there the second week of my travel for that work period, and that's going to be in Rivas, near Ometepe Island. I've wanted to check out Ometepe Island. I was considering moving there instead of Costa Rica, just because Costa Rica is getting a little more expensive, a little more gentrified, which I don't want to contribute to. But also, any of this is contributing, unfortunately. But trying to mindfully make my way through. So I'm excited about that. It's another great spot right on a cliff overlooking the jungle and into the ocean, and near Ometepe Island, but not on Ometepe Island. I was worried about having my vehicle and making it in time for the ferry, and what the ferry would look like for my vehicle with 4 animals, because a lot of times sometimes you have to have 2 people for that, or if you're going to get out with the animals, I don't know, it can be a little stressful. So I'm staying near Ometepe Island, and we'll go visit it hopefully in my downtime there, and then hoping to cross into Costa Rica at the end of that work week, and then I'll be there. I'm gonna be in the Guanacaste area, northwestern Costa Rica was where I'll be crossing. That's really where, it's a hill, so if I'm out of breath. That's really where I'm most concerned about crossing, just with my animals and the documentation required, and I may have to alert them before I cross, and it could take more time than I'm expecting. So I wanted to pad that with my off days so that I can not be stressed about making it across at a certain time. I haven't booked anything in Costa Rica. I'm going to do that probably last minute once I'm on the other side of the border and figure it out from there. And then the plan is to kind of piddle around Costa Rica until I find where I want to be. I'm thinking it's probably going to be West Coast. I really thought I was going to be on the Caribbean side, but I've fallen in love with the Pacific Coast, and so we'll be checking that side out first. But it's also a skinnier country in the sense that I could hit the Caribbean side pretty easily if I wanted to, but no need to necessarily settle down. There's an urge to find home and settle a bit, but then I'm also reminding myself I don't have to do that, because like what's happened here, I get stir crazy, or the more that I'm kind of known in the area, I don't know, for some reason I'm not a huge fan of that. But the plan is in Costa Rica to find more of a secluded spot for more of a long-term situation, and that's somewhere closer to, kind of close to what I need. So Jaco is Jaco is where I'm thinking I might end up. It's about 2 hours from San Miguel, which is where the airport is. I think it's San Miguel. I could be mixing up my names there. So yeah, that's the plan. Looking very forward to hitting the road again, but also it's super nerve-wracking, right? There's all of these potential dangers, but since I've come this far down Mexico, it's about 1,200 miles, I think, as the bird flies from where I started in Texas, DFW area. But I also, a lot more miles than that, because I came from Eagle Pass to Torreon to Mazatlan to Puerto Vallarta to Puebla, spent a month in Oaxaca City, and then I've been here since January, so it'll be a total of 3 months in Puerto. So that's more than 1,000 miles, but bite-sized pieces, essentially. And then this journey to Costa Rica, I'm really wanting to get there faster than the journey, the pace that I've taken so far. A lot of it because I want to ease the anxiety of, am I going to make it across in a, foreign vehicle with my pets. So that's really more of the push, and I haven't really felt called to hang out in any of these countries for very long. When you hit those three, Nicaragua, or Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and maybe El Salvador, all only give you 90 days total for all the countries. Are they barking? Oh, sorry. Oh, they're okay. Oh, Coral's up there. Okay. Good. I'll be excited to see her. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. What are you doing? Come on. Let's go see the babies. Let's go see big brother and big sister. There's a little puppy here that's adopted us. And so when she comes to visit, she's excited to see my puppies. So this is where I'm staying now. I don't know if I've shared that. It's beautiful. But here are my babies waiting for me, and the AC's back on, thank God, because the power came back on. It gets hot real quick, but still not the same as the Texas heat with the heat dome and 110 degrees and 97% humidity. So anyway, so that's the plan. So 90 days total in those three countries, and with the paperwork, that's really what's also pushing my travel to be a little more hasty. The paperwork for the animals. I'm hearing sometimes it's 30 days, but most of what I'm hearing is it's either 10 days or 2 weeks that you have from the time that you went to the vet and had your animal seen for internal, external parasites, etc. So that's also kind of pushing the timeline to be a little more expeditious than maybe I would, go otherwise. So that's an update, or the update for now, and we'll check in again soon.